Alrighty, well, good evening everybody. My name is GunDestiny. People call me Gun or GD. And today I'll be running Sekiro Glitchless, which is the fastest route you can run in Sekiro. So yeah, without further ado, guess I'll get started. For this one, we start the time when we load in and assume control of Sekiro / wolf. And I gotta train myself out of the habit to not mash spacebar every time I beat a boss. Oh no, Glitchless is not fastest, but the Shura route is. Alrighty, and we're off. This is the prologue area, so at the moment we can't sprint, so we just bunny hop to victory for now. There's also a bit of an RNG phase. These rifle boys can hit you, and there's not much you can really do about it if they do. You just gotta kinda end run and restart. And we just keep bunny hopping to victory here and talk to our master, Little Kuro. And we're just gonna spam a bit of dialogue. Basically, the story of this game is you're the shinobi who serves that young man right there. He is of the divine blood, immortal, and so naturally he has quite a few enemies because everyone is a sucker for that immortal juice. And unfortunately I'm playing on console, so I can't disable all these pesky little tutorials, which can give you a very hard time, especially when they pop middle of a fight. Love to sip the immortal juice, mate, who doesn't? That's pretty much the entire premise of this game. Everyone wants a little sip of that immortal juice. And you're trying to make everyone back off a bit. Alright, we're up to our first, I'm not gonna say the boss fight, more like a plot death. So we're just gonna sprint at him, let him take us. And there ends the tutorial. Well, the prologue. Shouldn't say tutorial, this game is gonna keep spitting tutorials at me through the entirety of the run. Now, we're going to be running up to our first boss, who is an ogre. He's pretty straightforward. There's not really any RNG with him. It's just don't get hit and you're golden. So I don't have to worry about too much there. Now I'm really hoping my goldfish brain picked up those bundles of ash before, and that these nerves aren't taking over. Yeah, this game is gorgeous as. I absolutely love the graphics in this game. Just gonna do a little jump up here. Skidooed over. Goldfish brain, you gold. Hey, it's how I live. Alright, we're gonna pop some invisibility sugar here. And just kind of sprint past everybody, straight to the boss. So we can get in a nice, cheap little insta-death blow. Like that. This game, there's two ways to defeat an enemy. You either deplete the HP, or you break their posture. Uh-oh. And there is mistake number 1, ladies and gents. Because, I don't remember my 5Ds. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, dodge. And you know what? You didn't land the second hit, so it's all good. We live. We live to fight another... Why did I do that? We live to fight another day, and that was a major accident. So because I did a big fucking boo-boo then, I'm gonna have to pick up a sugar from somewhere else. Man, it's incredible how these nerves get to you. But it's okay. It was nothing run breaking. So we're just gonna run past this danger noodle. He's pretty pissed, but it's alright. We're very animal friendly here. We're not gonna bother him or poke him or anything like that. Just gonna leave him be. Dodge slightly to the left, miss the hit, get the grapple, and continue. And yeah, we just deprived that danger noodle of his snackable. His old little lunchable. That's alright, we'll see him again later. That's not the last of him. And then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna get an Akko Sugar, which is a 12.5% damage buff, which we'll be using on a few bosses. So we're gonna need a few of these. Pick this up. We're just gonna do some quick menuing here. And now we fight Mr. Yeehaw Simulator. Oh. Now this bloke, he's very RNG heavy. He can really give you some bad combos, which just kill your time. And, it will take about 15 hits for him to stagger. So you kind of don't want to go beyond that 15. Oh, and I just went beyond that 15. So there's this fun thing called maths, and I'm not very good at it. But you know what? Hey, we recovered it. So that was one death flow down. We're just gonna have to go through one more. Oh, wonky camera. We're gonna kind of lead him to where we want him to go. Gonna try and do some more stuff. And we'll just finish up burning him. And he was pretty well behaved. Yeah, quick maths is not my thing. Alrighty. Sit down here as fast as you can so you can kind of spam through all the windows. It's going to flood you with about 7 windows. Less if you actually play on PC. But I do not have that luxury. Alright, now before we proceed to the next boss, we've got to talk to old mate over here, because he triggers a dialogue later down the line, which we'll need to advance the story. Oh, Mr. Grandpa in disguise here. We will be seeing him very shortly, actually. And we're not going to listen to anything he says. Alright, quick teleport back to where we need to be. Banged on that horse kid real good. I don't know, I feel kind of bad because you're definitely spanking his horse more than you're spanking the dude. But I guess the whole sword through the neck makes up for that. The next boss coming up is very fondly known in my chat as Bessie, and is number 2 in the whole RNG business. He can be very temperamental. He can decide to just run off into the distance and leave your sorry ass behind, and it absolutely kills your time, so we just gotta kind of wait and see what he wants to give us, what sort of attacks and charges he wants to give us. So we'll give this bloke a little gentle poke in the back, sneak a bit, stand, oh, tutorial, pop our Akko, and deflect. 5 hits to the head for the first stagger. Whoop, I was a bit slow there. And yeah, we're gonna have a fun one. Quickly heal. And he's just gonna butt punt me a couple of times. Whoa. And he's being very cheeky. Alright, that was pretty messy, but hey, we lived. It's all good. Now we're just gonna do another quick teleport here. It automatically changes your home point at this point in the game for some reason. So we just take the little teleport. Yeah, I was a messy Bessie. Oh, messy Bessie. Trust me, Spider's kind of bullshit. Oh, got him. Alrighty, moving on. We're just gonna do some actual ninja shit. Grapple to places, run along roofs and stuff, all the cool stuff. And get a lovely voice line come up. Dodge these shurikens. Completely ignore him. Now in Glitchless there's 2 skips you're actually allowed to take. Because you can kind of organically jump to them, it just requires a bit of a double jump, like that. So that is the first skip you're allowed to do on this run, despite it being glitchless. And now we are up to the big cheese. The cheesiest of cheese. If you're lactose intolerant, you might want to look away. Dodge that. Run it here. Jump over his head. And now we begin. So yeah, poor old mate, kind of stuck in the door there. And you just gotta kind of keep a consistent amount of hits so he doesn't wiggle his way out. Run back in, resume. And yeah, just keep doing this till he's dead. Sorry, mate. And then this bloke is like, haha, you fool. I have a final form. And you're like, yeah, cool, bud. So yeah, he shoots lightning and stuff, but you know, it's kind of a non-issue. If anything, it's not in his favor. Oh god. I thought my input cues there would have stuffed me up. Alright, we're gonna let him have a little bit of fun. Dodge that, and just resume. Oh! I missed the other hit. Jump. Boom. Boom. So ideally for that fight, you want him to lightning you 3 times for the quickest time, but hey, it's alright. It's fun to ballroom dance as well. Everyone deserves a little ballroom dancing. And yeah. That is our friendly neighborhood edge boy defeated. Alright, just skip past that lovely lady there, the waifu, and we'll just talk to our master again. And this is the only dialogue spam part of this run. He basically just says, hey, yo, I don't want to be immortal anymore. We need to stop this whole immortal business. Go get these 3 things to stop that. And you're like, cool, man. I'm gonna help you do that, because you are my master. 1 HP dream, mate, you know it. That's how I live. That's how I run these speedruns. On the edge. I'm just gonna quickly pop a power, a memory there, which gives us more attack power. It's gonna help us in future fights. And you get those attack memories for every major boss you defeat. So I got one for Mr. Yeehaw, and I got one for Genichiro just then. Now we're gonna run over here and talk to Granddaddy Ishin, because we don't know where to find the sword from. But he does know, so very convenient. But yeah, this bloke was a masked man in the castle before. That's why we had to talk to him. Alrighty. Now we had that heart-to-heart, we're gonna go back to our Lord's room, yoink a key, and then proceed to Senpo Temple. GM, I tell this from sub games, so I only know that you like Infinite Discovery, not a from sub game. I have played all the Dark Souls and Bloodborne, but the only one I've really meticulously finished and 100%ed was Sekiro. A lot of people have been begging me to play the other From Soft games on stream, but hey, you know, my heart and soul have been devoted to this. Because it's just so good, man. This game, it feeds me. Yeah, in my opinion, this is the best FromSoft has put out. Very controversial, but this is definitely hands down my favorite game from FromSoft. Which, hey, FromSoft, you mind giving us some DLC? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's okay. Maybe one day. Maybe one day old Miyazaki-san will take pity on his fans. Probably not, though. Let's face it, this dude is like a sadist. He loves watching people suffer. We're gonna do a fair bit of running here at this point, actually. A fair bit of routing. Just to get to the next boss. Gonna kind of hug this cliff here so old mate there doesn't shoot us in the head. And then we twiddle our thumbs as this elevator comes down. Basically love Bloodborne world building lore. Bloodborne for sure has the best setting / lore. I absolutely loved it. Like, I've just watched hours upon hours of Bloodborne lore, as well as Sekiro lore. But From Software's world building as a whole is really well done. Really, really well done. If you're patient enough to piece it all together, or watch someone else piece it together for you. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore the voices in our heads for now. But yeah, I cannot state enough how excited I am for the next installment in this game. Well, not in this game, but from FromSoft, which will be Elden Ring. So guts to wait and see. Before I picked up 2 Akko sugars, they're going to be used on the next 2 bosses. 2 bosses we actually have to fight anyway. We'll be fighting... We're about to fight, actually, a lovely man, a very committed father from Portugal. So, if you think, this guy doesn't look like he belongs in this game, that's why. He is from Portugal on a mission here to get his son some treatment because he is terminally ill. Unbeknownst to him though, his son died long ago at the hands of the people that were supposed to save him. So we ended up calling him Dad of the Big Sad. Alright, so right now we're going to pop some Akko, keep some ash out, we're going to just throw it in his eye sockets. That was really unlucky RNG then. This is going to be a bit of a slog. He's going to get angry. Oh. And then we're going to just yeet him off the bridge. Sorry, old man. And there goes the greatest father in the history of FromSoft. Feels bad, man. Feels bad killing a good person. Alrighty. And on we go. Rubber toe! Best sound bit in this game, in my opinion. I mean, if anyone's wondering, I'm playing it in Japanese because I like the game in Japanese. It's got nothing to do with saving like shorter dialogues or anything like that. It's just nice, you know? I think it's just neat. Alright, so here we're gonna... Oh, sorry guys, my stream lagged out then. Here we're gonna pop out Invisa Sugar. Open this door, and yeah, apologies. Aussie internet, you know how it be. Best internet in the world, woo! Alright, now this is the very, very gimmicky boss fight. It's based on the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil monkeys. And really you're meant to do like, sort of set up a bunch of things and to get them, because one has like super hearing, one has super other stuff. I don't actually know, I burned through them so quick. But yeah, we're just gonna sneak around and mess up all their days without even doing any of the sort of puzzle mechanics. This one's tricky though, because he's got goons. But hopefully, there we go, we get him. And that's it. The foul monkeys. Yeah, sometimes his goons can smack you and the purple one gets away and then you have to do the whole puzzle thing, and who has time for puzzles? And yeah, that was the old monkey business segment. Now we're gonna go over here, talk to this lovely little lass. She's gonna be like, hey yo, you sure you want this sword? It'll kill you when you draw it. And you're like, hey, I got this. Watch me in my immortality. And then she's like, oh wow, surprise Pikachu, you survived. But we're not actually gonna talk about that. We're just gonna, but that's pretty much what she says. We're gonna take consume another memory here for more power. And we're gonna go back to our master's room. Yeah, 2 speedrun. Piss off. Mate, I would commit Sudoku before I do a Neo 2 speedrun. So yeah, right now we're about to go into the Sunken Valley / Gun Fort. And it's very, very RNG heavy. It can absolutely ruin a run because there are these very charming Mononoke sniper ladies And they're just absolute crack shots. And it's RNG whether it's gonna hit you or not. There are, like, if you weren't in a hurry, if you say weren't speedrunning, there is ways to mitigate the chances of them shooting you, but hey, you gotta risk it for the biscuit when you're speedrunning this. Sudoku speedrun. Sudoku is a hard puzzle. I thought we did not have time. Mate, remember when I was fighting Mr. Yeehaw Simulator? Maths just ain't my thing. Once a game starts throwing maths at me, it's like, you know what? It's time to uninstall this bad boy. I ain't messing with that. I ain't touching that. Alright, just a few more parkour things here. Ooh, I nearly fell to my death then. Alright, we're gonna pop some more invisible sugar to try and sort of increase our chances of not getting snipped through here. But yeah, it's gonna get super dicey. Once we get to the bridge, shit's getting dicey. Absolutely spicy. I'll pick this up here for good measure. I don't really need that, but I like to be safe. Alright, and here we are at the bridge. You hug this left-hand railing, which will chonk some hits for you, and I kind of just try and beeline straight through. So far, so good. Quickly climb up here and grapple as fast as you can. Keep a running. Get jump scared by those things. Go up here, keep running. Zip through here, and we're good. Alright, so I'm just gonna make sure I have Mortar Blade. So Mortal Draw is one of the most OP abilities in this game, and we're gonna use it on every boss from now on. That's one down. This is essentially a parry teacher. Just making sure you know how to parry by this phase of the game. Apparently, I'm not the best parrier, but you know what? We lived, and I'll take it. So yeah, that's pretty much a parry check. It's like, hey, I hope you know how to parry. Otherwise you will get decimated. So we're just gonna like try and sneaky off there. Fun fact, you cannot die to fall damage, but it will take all your health. This Danger Noodle once again is trying to stop us, but we're just gonna do the McClip special through his body. And we're gonna rest here. Because we're not gonna touch any more shrines from this point on, because we're gonna need to teleport back there to come back to a boss at a later point. And now we take the old Assassin's Creed leap of faith, try and angle it right, so we're facing in at the last minute. Grab that grapple point before you hit the ground. If you hit the ground, you lose health and are immediately teleported back to the top, so you definitely don't want to miss that grapple. Pick up this little ash here. Do a little jump here, and this is our last encounter with the Danger Noodle. This is actually a different Danger Noodle. And we're just gonna quickly slip on past him. And that's it. That ends our Danger Noodle encounters. We have officially left Australia, folks. No more snakes. Alright, we're gonna jump over to this water's hand, grapple there, and we're just gonna sneak past all these lovely ladies to get to the head honcho lady. She's very... Now, this one, she's hard. She's ruined so many of my runs. You need her to do a very specific set of attacks, and sometimes she just won't do them. We're just gonna try and Mortal Blade her to death. And perfect. See, if she tried to grab me instead, old mate in the back, or old love in the back, I should say, will snipe you mid-fight, and it just makes everything ultra messy, and yeah. So you want to do that as quick as possible for like the optimum time. Okay, look. It's just Snake Eyes is a title, okay? She's not actually a snake. Okay? She's not actually a snake. We're just gonna go... We took that path instead because I ain't messing with no chicken. Chickens can like kind of this butt kick, and yeah, it's honestly just demeaning more than anything. Getting hit by a chicken at this point. Alright, we'll pick up these snapsies because we're gonna need them for a future boss. And now we are up to the hardest boss in the entire run. Absolutely staggeringly difficult. And plays a wonderful flute tune. So this is our second skip of the run. Jumping up on this tree and up here. Now we just want to very carefully get the backstab. And then unleash our Mortal Blade. And oh, man, that was a close one. He almost had me there. /S. But yeah, he's actually a plot boss. He shouldn't really pose you any threat. Although it is embarrassing to lose time to him, which is very possible, believe it or not. Sorry, I haven't really been looking at chat too much. This is this particular section of the game is a bit awkward. There's a lot of little trash mobs trying to throw shit at you, and yeah, it's just not a really fun time. But let's keep going. I'm gonna jump up here. Now this is... Would you call this cheese? Yeah, you'd call this cheese. I think this could be called cheese, so... Once again, lactose intolerance, look away. Hopefully I'm able to pull this off. So with the combination of Ash and Snapseed, we're gonna do a bit of ghost busting. Run in. Apparently they're allergic to these seeds. Not quite sure why. Magic seeds. And like the sensu beans of Sekiro, I guess. Just keep Ash in her back. Don't know why you can Ash a ghost, but anyway. Jump up here and get the instant death blow. And bada bing bada boom. That marriage officiant is asleep forever. They didn't patch it out? No, they didn't. They patched out, spoiler alert, when you do encounter her again, which you won't witness in this run, they did patch out one of the very cheap death blows. So I'm going to pick up this. This is the second thing we needed to proceed the story. And we're going to teleport back to that shrine we touched way back in yonder. All the way back in yonder. Working as intended. It's a feature, mate. You know it is. If it wasn't meant to be there, it wouldn't be there. Alright. So, we're all the way back here. We're gonna pop that attack memory we got from that lovely lady. And just as an extra precautionary, we're gonna pop some prayer beads. Give us a little bit more HP, which gives us a bit more posture. Just in case if I make another little boo-boo. And we're gonna run back here, but instead of doing the old yeet of faith, we're gonna keep going forward. This next boss, he's ended a lot of my runs. He's pretty rough. You definitely need to do a precise set of attacks against him to get a really good time with him. So I'm gonna do my best to do that. And with this, I'm gonna actually use a Yashiriku Sugar, which is a 25% attack boost, but it takes half your HP. So, pretty risky. We're gonna Mortal Blade him once. And he's gonna slap me in the face. And we're gonna go through the old, hey, you shouldn't die cutscene. And he is just not having a bar of me today. Yeah, this is risky. One, two. Now we can finally animation lock him. So 1, 2 when he's like that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I was originally meant to do, but alas, I died. But I'm glad I can still show you guys how it was actually meant to go. So yeah, this mate here, he's the biggest bamboozler of the game when you play for the first time, because you think, fuck yeah, I beat him, but then he's like, no, I have a second phase. And then we're gonna smack, smack, smack. And he's gonna be giving me some bad RNG, so why not? And then we're gonna smack him with our Mortal Blade twice, the stagger. Parry his attacks. And then just keep wailing into him as best as we can. And that was extremely unlucky, because his attack went straight over me. It didn't even hit me. So, fat F there. That's probably one of the worst RNGs you could get with him. Yeah, his swipes, they're a bit wonky, like they'll go straight over you sometimes, and if you miss it, then he pretty much just has his way with you. Yeah, that was the RNG gods spitting in my eyeballs then. That was the RNG gods giving me a nice lovely dose of pink eye, unfortunately. So we're just gonna chill here and kind of save our progress a bit. Now this is gonna be a very slow fight because of that. But that's okay, we'll try again. Again! That's alright, you guys will really get to see what it's all about. Oops, I did not mean to do that. In my face. I swear I've done this before, guys. I swear. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Admittedly, it's pretty fun doing that. Now, I should save my gear for the final two, but hey, let's just risk it all. Let's risk it all. Let's go all in. Dart around him. Smack his butt. Get the parry. Just keep wailing. And we gotta run away for this, because that will inflict terror, which is kind of like imagine like a Doom ailment from Final Fantasy. That was, kinda didn't want to stagger him then, but that's okay. And he's just gonna keep screaming for a bit. So this is very unideal for a speedrun. But I'm sure you guys have gathered that. Ooh, that was very cheeky of him. It was very nasty. You know, very familiar with the games used Final Fantasy. Yeah, you know, it's been around the block a bit, Final Fantasy. It's got a few people know about it. Alright, we're gonna take that. That's our final piece to advance the story. And now we are going to fight the final 2 bosses of this run. And skip all the tutorials. Yeah, exactly. Wimpy's right. I was just showing you guys what not to do. This is an educational speedrun stream. Parasite Eve is your favorite Final Fantasy game? Yeah, you have good taste. Mine's actually Fatal Frame. That's my favorite Final Fantasy game. He died a virgin, yes indeed. So fun fact, all that monkey wanted to do was smash, but alas, we denied him the smash, which is probably why he was so angry. Alright, we're gonna pop his attack memory, and we are going to proceed to the final duo boss fight. So this boss fight will be in 3 phases. The first one will be against our amazing waifu, which unfortunately we have to issue some divorce papers to, and then the final 2 phases will be to old granddaddy Ishin, who really was only looking out for us the whole game, but our dad, which we're about to talk to, excuse me fishy, is gonna be like, hey, you know what you should do? You should just betray everybody. And you're like, you know what, Dad? That sounds like a really good fucking idea. Let's do it. So, yes, this ending that Shura is essentially the bad ending of Sekiro. Hey, Kuro, what's going on? Alright, so. Up here we go. Yeah, Koi, what are you doing? Getting in my way. Adding more salt to the wounds. Alright, so this is Daddy-o here. Now we're gonna fight our waifu toe-to-toe because I used all my resources on the ape, and I'd rather save them for Granddaddy Ishin. So this is gonna take a while. Hopefully she doesn't do any weird stuff. Ooh, that was very bad of me. That was like, I was very lucky I didn't get hit then. That was stupid lucky. Alright, dodge her grab. Because she will Tekken you across the dojo. That was also very bad of me. Now, she's actually just a doctor, so if you notice flaws in her fighting style, that's typically why. Apologies, my queen. Alright, flick a bit of glitter on us, just to jazz it up a bit, and then pop some more beef sugar. Actually, I shouldn't have done that, I should have saved that for the next phase. Oh well. Hopefully, we'll have a good second phase with him. Okay, Granddad's being a bit rude. Just a wee bit rude, that's okay. Alright, we're just gonna kinda walk up to him and Mortal Blade him. Do it again. Cancels all his fire attacks. Jump on his head. Let him Gentle step to the right. Another gentle step to the right. Another sort of gentle step to the right. That was more of a old dash. Cancel this again. Another gentle step to the right. This fight should be long gone, like long finished by now, but because we lost all our resources with Ape, it's unfortunately a bit of a long one. And that, everybody, is the end of our adventures in Shura.
Sekiro yo.
So while there would have been a reset because of Ape, that was still pretty good time, so it's not too bad. And then when we get to the super text, that will be officially time. Which is now. And there it is. Shura, Glitchless, Sekiro, Shadows, Die Twice. That's for giving me socks on Christmas. Thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate it.